So we gotta warm up those muscles. So we're gonna start with some high knees. We're gonna run in place as fast as we can. We have to get our knees above your belly button with really fast feet. Ready? And go. Knees up, knees up, knees up, knees up. Fast feet. Good. And freeze. Good. Now let's put those arms down behind your back. And we're gonna run in place again and try and kick your bottom. So with really fast feet again, lift those heels up and kick, 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 kick. And freeze. Good. Next, we're going to practice our tuck jumps. So with our arms up, we'll hold them all the way up tall, and knees up and grab. And knees up and grab. And try and do 5 in a row. Good. Good. Alrighty, now let's have a seat down on your bottom. Legs straight out in front of you, and we're just going to warm up those ankles. So we got to point and flex, and point and flex, and point and circle outside. Draw some circles with the toes, and forward. Good. And now with those arms all the way up on your ears, we're going to do our pike stretch. So let's fold all the way in half. Try and get those hands all the way to your feet, and we're going to hold for 10 all together. Ready? And go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Back up tall. And let's straddle out, but we're gonna pull one leg into our other foot just like this time. And with our foot flexed, we're gonna put both arms on our ears and try and get your belly button on your knee over here. So let's reach down and hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And switch legs. We're going to do the same thing, trying to grab with both hands on that foot. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And let's come up tall on our knees. We're going to warm up those wrists now. So turn your hands backwards, and we'll put them down on the ground and rock forward and back. Good. And turn them sideways and rock side to side. We'll do some circles. And circle the other way. Good. And flip those hands over and rock forward and backward. Good. And let's come up tall on our knees. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see this one. We're going to warm up our split. So we got to step forward with one foot, legs straight out in front of you. Now without letting that foot move, all you're going to do is bend your knees and push those hips down to the ground like this. Now in our lunge split right here, where we're going to put one hand on our knees, or you can go hands on your hips like this. We just want to make sure our chest is up tall, not laying down on our knee like this. So hold that chest up, push your hips down as far as you can. Good. And without moving that foot, we're just going to straighten out that leg. Flex your foot and reach those hands down for your feet. Good. Now without moving your hands, we're going to point our foot and just slide that foot as far down forward as we can. Trying to keep our hips square and facing forward without sitting on our bottom like this. We gotta stay up tall on our knees, sliding down in that split. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And let's shake those legs out. We're gonna do our other split, but we gotta rest for a second. Good. And up tall on our knees again. And with your right foot this time, remember we step forward with that leg. Don't let it move, just bend that knee, push your hips down. You can go hands on your knees or your hips, make sure that chest is tall. Good, and straighten out that leg, foot flexed. Reach down for your foot. Good, and point that foot and slide down. Make sure those hips are square. We're not sitting on our bottom. You should be up on your knee. Try and get your whole body in a line from this foot toe all the way back to that toe in a straight line. Good, and come on out and shake it out. Now we're gonna rock and roll just to warm up our back a little bit. So we're gonna grab in tuck position, one hand on each knee just like this. Try and keep your elbows in, we don't want them sticking out. And we're just gonna roll back, and up tall, and back, and up tall. Good, and now we're gonna do a C roll. So let's put those arms all the way up on our ears. Without letting our knees change positions, we're gonna do the same thing. We roll back, and up tall. And I'm gonna just turn sideways so you can see a little better. Arms tight on your ears, roll back, and up tall. Staying in that tuck position, arms just on your ears. Very good. Alrighty, I hope you guys are feeling warm so we can start doing some gymnastics. Alright, today we're gonna start with forward and backward rolls. Now when we're doing these rolls, there's lots of positions you can do them in, but we're gonna start in tuck position first. So let's go over tuck really fast. With our ankles and knees glued together, grabbing on one hand on each knee, this is our tuck position. Now we're doing rolls. We have to hold this position really, really strong to help us get over and stand up out of it. So we're gonna practice just rolling on our back, kind of like we just did in our warm-up. We're gonna do one roll with holding onto our knees just like this. Awesome job. And now we're gonna do one roll with our arms up on our ears. So we're gonna roll back and up tall. Good, now we're gonna make it a little harder. We're gonna put those arms on our ears again. Without letting our arms leave our ears, we're gonna try and stand up as fast as we can after we do that little roll right there. So arms glued to our ears, roll back, and stand up tall as fast as we can. Good, let's try that one more time. So sitting down in that tuck position, you can start grabbing if you want, but then we'll put those arms on our ears, glued super tight, don't let them leave, roll back, and stand up as fast as you can. Very good. Now that we've worked on standing up out of our tuck position, we're gonna practice rolling in our tuck position. So we're gonna start with those hands all the way up on our ears. We're gonna bend our knees down in tuck position and high five the ground in front of you. So now when you go to roll over, it's really important that you're looking at your belly button so that our chin is down towards our chest. So we keep those hands strong down on the ground. We're just gonna lift our bottom up in the air a little bit, staying in that tuck position, and try and look at your belly button, push your feet over, and stand up in that pencil position again. So that is our forward roll. When we do it though, I'm gonna show it one more time. With those arms up tall, bend our knees down, high five the ground. As we roll over, you look at your belly button, push your feet over, and stand up without using your hands. Now at the beginning, if you need to use your hands to help you stand up as we roll over, that's fine. But try your best to get them standing up with arms up. So next is a backwards roll. Now backwards roll is a little bit more challenging than a forward roll. So it's really important that we have all the steps down for this one before we try and do it. So we're gonna start sitting on our bottom in that tuck position again with our arms by our ears. But instead of having our arms straight, this time we're gonna bend our elbows and turn our hands backwards so that as we roll back, we can high five the ground, high five, and then push back up tall. So we're just gonna work on that a couple more times. We roll back, high five, and up tall. One more time, roll back, high five, and up tall. Now when you're doing this one, when you high five the ground, after you high five, you keep those hands there really strong, and we're gonna try and push so we don't put a lot of pressure on our neck and head. So as we roll back, high five the ground, toes go over, and stand up tall. Okay, so it's kind of tough. Watch one more time. We sit on our bottom, hands by your ears. As we roll, remember we lift our toes over our head. Roll back, high five the ground, push off your hands. Try not to let your knees touch right here. Only your feet, and then we can stand up tall to that pencil position. Next, we're gonna work on our cartwheel. So for this one, if you have a couch cushion or a pillow or something that you can use to help you, that would be awesome. So I'll give you some time to go do that now. Alrighty, so the first thing we're gonna do is bend our knees with our cushion or pillow or mat out here in front of us. We're gonna bend our knees starting down in that tuck position and put our hands on the mat sideways just like this. Now without letting our feet come apart, all we're gonna do is try and jump over and back, and over and back. Good. Next, we're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna try and land on one foot. So we bend our knees again, put those hands on the mat, and with our leg, we're gonna jump and land on one foot and try and get that other foot back behind you just like that. So let's try that again now. Come back over to the same side. So we're gonna bend those knees, put your hands down, jump over, land on one foot, and step back behind. Good. Next, we're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna try and start on one foot. So we put our hands down on the mat again. We're gonna lift one foot up in the air and try and jump over and back. Whoa. And jump over and back. Good. So that is a little mini cartwheel. Now we're gonna try and make it a little bit bigger. So this time, we're gonna start in lunge position. So we put one foot in front of us, our back leg behind us, nice and straight, arms all the way up on our ears, and we don't have to worry too much about kicking our legs really high this time, but we're just gonna put our hands down and try and jump our feet over the mat again, just like that. Now, when we end though, you wanna make sure that foot is in front of you and one foot is behind you and arms on your ears. So next we're gonna start in a lunge position and do the same thing we just did. So I'm gonna take one sock off so you can see a little bit better. I'm gonna start with my bare foot in front and my sock foot behind me in a lunge position, arms up on your ears. Now we're gonna put those hands down on the mat just like we did before and jump our leg over and land on one foot. So we put those hands down, jump our leg over, and I'm gonna try and land on my sock foot and get that bare foot behind me and end with those arms up tall again. So let's try that one more time. Bare foot in front, sock foot behind, arms on your ears, hands go down on the mat, and kick that sock foot over, land on it, and stand up tall. Good. Next, we're gonna try and kick our legs a little bit harder. So now we do the same thing, but when we do this one, it's really important we squeeze our bottom because we're trying to kick our legs up to the ceiling. So we start with our bare foot in front, sock foot behind you. My belly button is gonna be facing that way, but when I end, my belly button is gonna be facing that way. So we start in our lunge position, arms on your ears, try and kick that sock foot as high as you can, land on your sock foot and barefoot back behind you, belly button facing that way when we end. So we always want to start in that lunge or start and end in that lunge position. Okay, so let's try that one more time. Lunge position, arms on your ears, kick those legs all the way up as high as you can, land on your sock foot, arms on those ears. Alrighty, we always have to end the class with some conditioning, so we gotta get those muscles a little bit stronger. So we're gonna start with some push-ups. So we're gonna start in our high plank position, hands on the ground in front of you, about shoulder width apart, with our legs straight back behind us, and our body flat like a board. All we're gonna do is try and touch your heart on the ground in between your hands. So we bend those elbows, touch your heart, and push back up tall. Now when you're doing a push-up, make sure we're squeezing our stomach the whole time, so you gotta engage your core muscles and squeeze your bottom so our body doesn't wiggle around. So we're gonna try 10 all together. Are we ready? Good. Good, push-up position. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good, keep going. 7, 8. Squeeze your stomach. 9. And 10. Good. Shake out those arm muscles. Shake, shake, shake. Good. And we're gonna move on to some core work. So we're gonna sit on our bottom, and with our legs straight out in front of us, we're gonna try some V-ups. Now these ones are kind of tough. We're gonna do them with our arms down for now. So we're gonna try and lay down on your back, hands on the ground next to your bottom, and all we're gonna do is lift our legs and body up at the same time. So we try and go up, squeeze your core to our balancing, and back down to your back. So we're gonna try and do 10 all together. Ready? Legs together, toes pointed, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, and sit up tall. Very good, you guys did awesome today. Feel free to send in some videos. I want to see some awesome forward and backward rolls and cartwheels, and we'll see you guys next week.